Hey there, responders and RMPs. Chrissy Brooks here with your hypothetical for August of 2026. Looks like we have a dangerous when wet hypothetical. And I am going to grab my decision tree and get turned to the front page here. We're going to work through this decision tree, reading every word out loud, because you know what? It's going to help you in that emergency situation. It is good practice for you. Jumping right in, here's our hypothetical. Responder to door 9 squawks over the walkie-talkie in your ear. You suit up and head for the spill with your cart. You are brought to this package in the trailer. There's a black powder coming out of the bottom corner. The box has a DOT exemption number, red and white paperwork, a dangerous when wet diamond hazard label, and orientation arrows. This package is not generating heat, smoke, visible fumes, or vapors, or irritating the skin or eyes in any way. Answer the questions below based on this scenario. So, what box does the decision tree lead you to? Well, let's look at our scenario here and let's go through our decision tree. So our first box is the leaking package generating heat, smoke, visible fumes, vapors, or leaking too large of a quantity for us to clean up or contain. No, we can handle this one. So we're going to come down here. Do we have a diamond hazard label? Matter of fact, we do. So we're going to come right over to this box. Dangerous when wet is not something that is on our prohibited poster. It's not something that's listed on this list of items that are prohibited in our system. So we're going to answer no and move on down to this box. Now this box does have dangerous when wet. It is the second one that is listed. So we get a yes in this box, which is going to take us down to the red box down here. Do not attempt to clean up this spill. Refer to the appropriate containment sheet, follow the chain of command, and notify your environmental coordinator. So we're going to end up in our red box for this one. And which response sheet or containment sheet do we use? Actually, dangerous when wet has its own containment sheet. So we are going to use the containment tab, not the response tab, but our containment tab, and find our dangerous when wet diamond hazard label page. And it looks like we are on page 20 with our dangerous when wet diamond hazard label. I don't know what happened there, but I'm going to click cancel. All right, on to our next page. What is the fourth item listed under hazards on the response or containment sheet? So let's just go ahead and read them all. Contact may irritate or burn the skin or eyes. Fire may produce irritating, corrosive, and or toxic gases. May be poisonous if inhaled, swallowed, or absorbed through the skin. Water may produce flammable or toxic gases. That's number 4. And then number 5, may ignite on contact with water or moist air. Do not attempt to clean up this material. Follow the chain of command. Notify your environmental coordinator, and an outside responder must be called immediately for cleanup. So we're not going to do the cleanup on this one. I'm going to wear my goggles, my boots, my gloves, and my apron when I am cleaning this material up, or not cleaning it up, sorry, when I'm containing. We will be containing this material. So what does the decision tree tell us to do that specifically applies to this damage? So our response action steps, we're going to cordon off the area a minimum of 15 feet using tape and or cones. Deny entry into that area. Keep the product from coming into contact with water or any other type of moisture. Contact the environmental coordinator. So there it is right there. Contact the environmental coordinator. Contact the outside responder. Your environmental coordinator is going to do that for you. You don't call the outside responder. Instruct the outside responder to containerize the contaminated material into 1 or more DMP plastic bags, then place the DMP bag in a 55-gallon disposal drum. Have the outside responder seal the drum and follow the environmental coordinator's instructions for disposal. So basically, we're going to keep people out of there We're going to keep people away from it until that outside responder gets there for cleanup. Once the outside responder is there, they're going to handle all of the cleanup. So what do we need to keep away from this leaking package? Well, right here in step number 2 of our response action steps, keep product from coming in contact with water or any other source of moisture. So we also want to keep other employees out of there, right? Because we're cordoning off the area. So this one's going to be your answer: other employees and water or other sources of moisture. And last question on this page, personal protective equipment is important even when dealing with a product that we do not clean up, but simply contain. It keeps us personally safe and protected from coming into contact with that product. PPE required for this response is goggles, boots, gloves. Oh no, we skipped the apron. So this, because I'm tricky, I wrote a trick question. This one's false because you need to have your apron on as well. Of all of your PPE, it's all very important. Please put it all on. Make that personal decision to be safe. I know I need to access that waste disposal flow chart. Matter of fact, I do. And hey, which box on that waste disposal flow chart do we end up on when we don't do the disposal? So, waste disposal flow chart is not utilized for this damage because we activated the chain of command and called in an outside responder. So remember, if we don't do the cleanup, if we don't do the disposal, we don't use the waste disposal flow chart, right? We're not disposing, so we don't need to use the waste disposal flow chart. So it's going to be our bottom box here. I'm sure you're probably still working on your DOK. It's early in the month. Those of you who are doing your hypo early, I appreciate you. Hopefully you can get into ETT and have your own MFA code. We're going to go ahead and fill in our information. Make sure we're getting our employee number correct. Like I just fat fingered mine because I was talking. Division is going to be Omaha for me, and I am normally in Berkshire. So I'm going to submit this one. Ready to rock and roll again for another month. You're all done, hopefully, with August. We'll see you in September. I can't believe it. Have a great rest of your day. Be safe out there.